those of you that don't have a Bible, but you have an iPad or a tablet, and you want to look on or read on with someone, y'all please be mindful. Hey, look, you can look on with me. Amen. Amen. Turn your Bibles to John chapter 5, verse 3. John chapter 5, verse 3. And I'm going to be reading it out of different translations. Amen. So it can really hit home in 2018. Amen. John chapter 5, verse 3. John chapter 5, verse 3. And when somebody had to say amen, amen. The ones that said amen, I need one person to jump up and read it out loud, or either just read it right there where you're at. Amen. Anybody? You don't have to wait on me.
Indeed slayed a great multitude of sick people.
Blind,
lame, paralyzed, waiting for the move of the water.
Waiting for the move of the water. Go ahead.
For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years.
Keep going.
When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, Do you want to be made well? The sick man answered him, Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I am coming, another stepped down before me. Jesus said to him, Rise, take up your bed and walk. And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked.
Stop right there. Now, is that the regular King James Version Bible?
That's the New King James.
That's the New King James. Okay, I just want to say because it had some of the words that I read the Old King James, and it wasn't saying all of that. But in this particular version that I have, it says a great number of sick, blind, lame, and paralyzed people were lying in these walkways empty. And I like that, how it put empty. And then it says, now a man was there who had been disabled for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there, and when he realized that the man had been disabled a long time already, he said to him, Do you want to become well? The sick man answered him, Sir, I have no one to put me in the pool when the water is stirred up. While I'm trying to get into the water, someone else goes down there before me. Jesus said to him, Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. Immediately the man was healed. Okay, now we can look at the screen. It says in the New Living Translation, crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on their porches. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he said, I already seen your condition, but I'm not going to change you until you change your own mindset. I'm not going to change you until you change the way you talk. I knew already what you've been facing, what you've been going through, but you're still talking the same. In verse 6, it said, when Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, would you like to get well? Change over, thank you. And he said, I can't, sir. Jesus asked the question. And this man said, I can't. He could have been made whole if his talk was already right. He could have been delivered if only his mindset was different from everybody else. Now, it goes on to say, I can't, sir, the sick man said, for I have no one to put me into the pool when the water bubbles up. Someone else always get there ahead of me. Jesus told him, stand up, comma. Y'all know a comma means, hey, we're going to slow down right there. We're going to pause. Have y'all ever had some children that be wanting to act the fool? You be like, boy, if you don't stand up, and you pause and you look at them. Oh, okay. Jesus looked at this fool and said, stand up. You waiting on somebody else to do something, and then you got the power to do it yourself. But the way your mind is set up, you can't be delivered. You're blocking your own blessing and breakthrough by the way your mind is. Yes. Then he did the same thing like all Christian, kingdom-minded people that love God. Someone else always get there ahead of me. Jesus told him, stand up, pick up your mat and walk. Exclamation mark. Meaning he said it with some authority. He didn't care about your feelings. He didn't care about how sick you were. He didn't.
Come on.
He didn't care. He said, stand up. Bishop, my back hurts, so I ain't coming to church. Bishop, my stomach hurts, so I ain't coming to church. Bishop, I'm just going through, so I can't get in and praise and worship. That's an exclamation mark right there. That means he said it with some authority. Meaning, he said, I don't care about your feelings right now. Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. And when the man did so, instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. Now, in another translation, let's see my other one. In the NIV version, it said, Jesus said to him, get up! Exclamation mark. See, I love reading the Bible in different translations because they all have different meanings. And that meaning, he looked at him and paused like, if you don't get up, I'm going to punch you in your throat. I'll be real, just being real. I'm going to chop you in your neck if you don't get up. Now, this one right here, it says he's saying it with authority already, saying, get up! I don't have no time to waste with you. You've been asking for this, you've been praying for this 38 years. And now when I ask you a question, you still got an issue. When I ask you something, it's always a problem. When I ask you something, you always want to give me the reason why you can't do something. He said, get up, pick up your mat and walk. And at once, the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. What I want to talk about today is, get it together. Plain and simple. Get it together. Get it, what you mean it, Bishop? Get your mind together, get your thoughts together, get your faith together, get your spirit together, get your belief system together. Get it together. And I'm saying it the hardest way as possible. Get it together. Look at somebody and say, get it together. Get it together. See, and I like the little finger point right there. You got to point your finger when you tell somebody. Now, I know I done told my son is back there with Commander Willis. And you know, growing up, a child will be a child. I know I done pointed my finger at him and said, get it together. Archbishop, y'all done seen when he corrected me and my partner, Eric McCann, he always said, get it together. He hit us with that one finger. Right there in the head. Get it there. He mushed you with that one finger. Get it. My subtitle is, can you handle the pressure? Jesus asked a question. He asked because people act like they want it or talk another way. You act like you want deliverance. You act like you want to be healed. You act like you want to be made whole. You act like you want this for your family. You act like you want this for yourself. But then you talk a whole other way. But this man here, he was surrounded with people in the same condition, but they was only worried about themselves. Does that sound just like some church people you know? We're going through the same exact thing, but you're worried about yourself. You won't even give me no encouraging words. You won't even help us play out. You won't even do nothing but sit there and you talk about our condition, but we're in the same condition. But some people have a spirit of selfishness and don't even know it. I don't like. I don't need. I want this. I want that. Pastor don't use my gift. Pastor won't use my talent. I'm going to get an attitude if pastor don't use me. I don't like correction. I would do this. I would do that. But I don't have. I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I don't think that way. You're committed to self instead of being committed to God. When you're committed to God, He operates in we, not I. Don't surround yourself with a bunch of selfish people. Acting and talking in the stage of the I stage instead of the we stage won't nothing last. Won't nothing last if you're always operating in the I stage. That's why you always feel like people are against you, because you're operating operating in the spirit of selfishness. We cannot be connected with an I mentality. You know why? Eventually, the I mentality will break away from we and want to do I things. I'm going to say that again. We cannot be connected with the I mentality because eventually they will break away from we and want to do I things. How many people you know, they only want to do I things and act like I done it. I was here. I did this. I took care of this. And now, because you're operating in the I mentality, when it don't work out, now you feel like no one is there. It's because you broke away from we and wanted to do I things. Right. Sometimes operating in the spirit of selfishness, they would use we to promote themselves so they can feel like they're really done. Y'all with me? So when this man was at the pool, he said, did nobody want to help me put me in? I'm operating in I right now. If I don't know the day, the time, or the hour, guess what I'm going to do? You know how when sales get ready to come up, y'all be the first ones in line. You really didn't know when they was going to open up. You just heard that somebody might open up on this day right here, and the first thing you do, you get up early and you move closer to the door. Why is it this man been right there for 38 years in the same condition? You mean to tell me after the first year, I'm going to get closer to the pool and just lay around the pool? I'm going to get close right there. And so when I see the angel come down to trouble the water, I'm just going to roll in. But because of his mindset, he said, I needed help. I need help with something I got the power to deal with. Right. And so now when Jesus asks you a question, sir, and boy, y'all Georgia people, boy, this was the first place I heard it, where somebody can say ma'am and sir and can be so rude about it. When people say, but sir, no, but sir, me, because it's something meaning behind that. What do you mean behind that, but sir? Don't worry about the baby crying. That's just baby crying because some people is hit too and they want to cry. But sir, it's just a baby crying. See, they doesn't want to be nasty about it. But when the word is going forth, people will tune their ears to the baby crying and to the word. So when it's time to trouble some waters, you won't know how to get in. Because now you done tuned your mind and your hearing to the wrong thing. See, that's why I don't trust nobody right there. I can't trust nobody because don't nobody want to help me. But you don't want to help yourself. We'll allow our trust to be messed up because of an experience we didn't have.
Come on.
Why your trust is still messed up off of the experience you didn't have? When you going to get up and get over it?
Come on. That's a good one right there.
Well, Bishop, I'd have been hurt this way. Bishop, I'd have been done this way in church. Bishop, I'd have been done that way in church. But you're still acting the same way. That's why you keep getting done the same exact way. Next slide, please. Skip that. You don't need to see that. Don't need to see that one. They ain't ready for that one. No, go back. Change the words in your head, and you will and your outcome starts with the way you think. If you change the words in your head, then your outcome will begin to change. See, this man couldn't change because he still was thinking the same exact way. I need help to get thrown in some water. Okay, case in point. Some people want to get up and take a shower unless they say it to themselves. I need to get up and take a shower. If your mind don't say it, guess what you ain't going to do? You ain't going to get up and take no shower. I need to get up and get me something to eat. It all starts with a thought. So if my thought process, you already know you're hungry because your stomach is rumbling and talking back to you and all of that. But why have you got to say, I need to get up and get me something to eat? Thank you. You got to convince yourself it's going to happen. Next slide, please. Pressure will push you forward or it will burst you. burst you. I said bust you. Okay, never mind, keep it. You got it politically correct. It will burst you. I can't even say that. You know, the hard ass ain't even it will.
Man, he read it.
Don't leave it alone. It will burst. I'm spitting all over the place, man. Look, pressure will push you forward, or either it will bust you up. That's all I got to say. It will either bust you up. See, and I'm going to get back to that. It was, when you read it, and they said it was all in these walkways, it was a crowd of people, and they was empty. People are trying to make and have a move of God, but they are empty. People are trying to make and have a move of God, but they are empty. You're trying to get in, but your timing is off.
Come on.
You've been watching, but your timing is off. You've been waiting, but your timing is off. Well, how did my timing get off, Bishop? Because of the way you think. Your timing got off. You could have already been delivered and into a new season, as everybody loves to say, and in a prosperous and blessed season. But the way your mind thinks, so is he. So the way you are thinking right now, you're looking and living out your outcome. My timing is off. You have to be ready when God asks you a question. You have to anticipate. You can't just be sitting there looking stank, looking crazy, wondering why you can't get no help. You got to get yourself open. It's just like right now. The way, just think about your body posture is right now. If God asks you a question, could I even approach you to ask you a question without you looking like you stink or something wrong? I don't want to go to that person. If Jesus right now come down inside and say, well, I'm going to ask you a question. The way your body posture and how you looking right now, will he even approach you? Will he even say something? That's just the way I look. Well, slap yourself 5 times to change your look. That's just my, females love to say this. That's just my resting face. When you got that resting face because you're too busy giving your energy to something and you don't know how to rest properly, now your resting face is, I'm stunning. That ain't your resting face. You have to get yourself open up to receive a word. It's just like football. Oh, this is a football church right here. Y'all love football. All right. Now, when you understand about football, you have the quarterback, you got the coaches, you got the wide receivers, you got everybody. All right. The coach goes over the play with the quarterback. After the quarterback gets to play, he go over the play with the wide receivers, the running back, or whoever. Okay. All right. Now I want to be Drew Brees. Okay. Drew Brees just set a record. I know your Falcons fans don't like it, but I love it. All right. Now, in order for Drew Brees, the quarterback here, the pastor, in order for us to receive yards as a team, we have to work together, and you have to understand your route. Some people don't understand their route, and then when they begin to run the wrong route, they hit and miss. If I'm trying to throw something to you, I'm trying to give you something, but you don't want to receive, how can you get it? I'm dropping gems, I'm dropping the football in your hand right here with the word, but some people don't want to receive or catch it. So you're wondering why you never get your blessing, because you're not open enough to receive. Okay, we already understand when you're playing football. Of course, when you come off that line, you got to get in somebody's chest. Every now and then, you got to grab them, move them out the way. That's just like the lady with the issue of blood. Excuse me, I'm bowed over, so I got to get through this crowd to get my healing. Okay, then every now and then, if you're sitting on a row with somebody that don't want to move, that don't want to wave their hand, you ought to say, excuse me, I need to move my row because I don't need you hindering me. We're supposed to be on the same team, and when I score, we score. Y'all ain't trying to hit me. I'm not operating in selfishness. I'm trying to throw something to you, but you don't want to receive it. Because when I throw it to you and you receive it and you get them yards, no matter if it's 5 yards, no matter if it's 10 yards, no matter if somebody go for a long touchdown run, we are all happy. Run the route that I set before you. Get it together. And sometimes when people don't run that route the correct way, and I seen the Falcons head coach grab Matty Ice, slap him across the head and said, "Get it together. Get your players together." Oh, y'all ain't trying to get me. Y'all ain't trying to. Come on, Falcons fans. Come on, I got one I know. Now, he literally, and I seen him on the sideline. He slapped him in the helmet, meaning he didn't care about Matty Ice's feelings right now. He didn't care about you. I don't care about how you feeling. I don't care if he missed the ball. You get it together, talk to your teammates, and let's try to win this game. If we don't win, we come back for more on Tuesday night to get practice in so we can finish out our season. I tried to make it simple and make it about football. I know they coming to pressure you. I know you got to deal with a lot. But don't you know you're stronger than what you think? You have to change the words that are in your head, or else you'll never be able to use your faith.
Come on.
It starts with believing. Your growth could be stunted right now because of the way you talk. Your breakthrough could be on hold because of the way you act. Your deliverance could be stopped right now because you refuse to give him praise. Your finances could be held back because of the words you use and the people you give to. Bishop, I'm just trying to help whenever I can help, but don't nobody want to help me. Stop giving to the ones that don't want to help you. Surround yourself with some people that can help you. Surround yourself with some people that can better you. Surround yourself with some people that when you are doing something stupid, they would tell you that's stupid. Because Jesus wasn't worried about his emotions and how he is feeling. If you can't take constructive criticism, you can't handle the word. Look at Peter when Peter was sinking. And Jesus literally looked at him where he stuck his right hand out. It's in the Bible. Then he said, "Where did you go wrong? I'm saving you, but I'm asking you, what you went wrong at?" No, see, some of y'all be like, "Go ahead and save me and we'll talk later." Because y'all so worried about your emotions. No, if you got a problem, I'm going to ask you where you go wrong at so you won't make this mistake again. You might think it's rude. You might think it's horrible. But guess what? I don't care about your emotions. I want you to get better. But some people are tied up with family members, and the only time they want to be around you is to get something from you. Skip that, say that for another time. Some people say the nicest things when they know or see you going through pressure. When I see it, then I'm going to say, "I'm praying for you. I'm interceding for you. If you need me, I am there." Y'all heard that when you've been under pressure, right? It sounds real good, but you don't feel my pressure. Because when people ask me, what Bishop, Saint, whatever they want to call me, if you need me, I'm there. Hey, yeah, I need you. You know what I need from you right now? I need $100 so I can pay this bill real quick. And my tears are gone right now. Y'all, some of y'all know when I was at my father's homegoing celebration, we had preachers that say, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to sow $10,000 every month to your ministry. And I looked at one of them and told him straight up, "You lying. Stop lying. Don't play with me thinking I'm in my feelings because my daddy gone. I had already prepared for this. Stop lying, bro. You ain't going to." Until you apologize and repent, you can't get what you said that you're going to have. It sounds good, but you feel my pressure.
Come on.
Y'all know y'all done heard it. I'll be there for you. Okay, then I need somebody that's going to be there for me that's going to tell me, hey, dog, don't do that. Hey, man, think twice about that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's stupid.
Come on.
If I still do it, you know what? I ain't going to talk to you again about something I already talked to you about. You stupid. And I'm trying to say it as rude as possible. Because some people need to hear it that way. Because if we keep playing with their emotions, they keep thinking they can do the same old stuff again and never get healed or delivered. There's some people in your life right now, you just need to tell, you're stupid. Stop acting like that. Stop being that way. Pressure will push you forward, or it will bust you. You think about a pipe. You think about a pipe with water running through the pipe. Alright? If you don't have an open release valve, guess what? That pressure will bust a pipe. Now just think about it. Now, if we are the pipe and God is pouring water into us, what is causing us to be clogged up that's making us about to have a fit or bust up or we can't handle the pressure? What word is somebody putting in you to clog you up and instead of pushing you forward? What word, I'm going to say it again, is someone putting in you that's clogging you up and not pushing you forward? I'm going to be gone because y'all don't want to play. When you're under pressure, you'll listen to the wrong thing that's really not going to work. When you're under pressure, you'll listen to the wrong thing. I done been behind in bills. Minister Ernestine. And I done told my mama, well, it's going to work out. No, it ain't going to work out until I get up and make some moves. I don't want to hear that. Mama, help me. What did I go wrong at? What did I do when I knew I had this bill? What did I... Well, you know, you could have fasted and you went out and got something to eat. Coming. I have a couple. I just don't wear suits like that no more. I seen this one today and decided to be cute. I see people nowadays want someone to be sensitive to their emotions. But look at Jesus. He told the man, I've seen you. You've been sick, you've been paralyzed, you've been lame, you've been right there for 38 years. I've seen you for 38 years. Get up. How do you respond to God's word? Do you receive it? Do you take it in? Or you just sit there with the stank face? With the Christian kingdom stank face? With the eye that been saved for over 10 years, stank face, and your breath probably stank too. Because if you don't open up your mouth, air can't get in, and you're just holding all that bacteria in there so you stank face, stank breath, stank spirit. Everything about you that stank. Yo. I was mean just there. I was rude. Because if you don't open up your mouth, guess what? Air can't get in. That bad air can't go. You got to release. We have to understand we have to release. Holding all of that in. I was like, oh, hot dog water. Bring me a whole hot dog water. There's some hot dogs out there. That's hot. Never mind. You waiting on God, but God is waiting on you. How can dancers turn into dollars? How can you be dancing and turn into $1? Elder Jackie, go ahead. Greg, you got the baby quiet. Go ahead. Don't worry, we'll get you the DVD. Look, as soon as I call Grandma my name, baby got quiet. Go ahead. Baby, I understand the feeling. I was like that last night. My mama called me the other day and told me some news that some of y'all heard and got the call and post. I just wanted to holler right then and there. I was at work. I told the principal I need to go outside for just a minute. I went to the blacktop and just yelled. I had to get it out. Because Because sometimes pressure will try to bust you. I don't need it to bust me. So before it busts me, I'm going to release it. How can dancers turn into divers? How can prayer warriors turn into warriors? Y'all get that? I'm worried. You're supposed to be a prayer warrior, but you're worrying instead of being a warrior. How can you go from having joy to being miserable? How can you go from having it to barely making it? What got you so clogged up right now when you can't give God praise? Some people are only your friend when they're in the same room with you.
Come on.
We're only family when you only give it to me. Stop giving to me, we ain't family. I'm going to talk about it. Don't help me out. I'm going to try to stone you. That's why you always get hurt by family. Instead of telling them, you're stupid, stop doing it. I'm trying to, I can't even be rude no more. I need to grow my box back. Maybe I look like a thug this week. I done told some of my own family members, my aunties and uncles and all of that, no, don't come, no, you ain't finna use me like you use my daddy and like you use my mom. No, don't ask me, no. And then I get super religious, Pastor Gladys. I had one uncle to call me and one auntie. I was like, where your pastor at? Well, he too busy to whoa, okay. Well, he too busy, I am too. Now I'm going to be your counselor, and that's 125. But we family, no. You ain't finna drain me. You gotta go. You gotta do something. That's how we need to be with some people in our life. No, you gotta. I'm not going to sit there and keep praying about the same season over and over and over when the only thing God is saying, open up your mouth and tell that person how you really feel. Or else you're going to be stuck in the same season praying for the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Bishop, I can't worship God. And it's a time when you're supposed to be here praising God, and now you're here crying. Why are you crying? You're supposed to be praying. You done prayed about a season God done put a period to. Faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For the Lord thy God hath blessed thee in all thy works. He knoweth thou walking through this great wilderness for these 40 years. The Lord thy God has been with thee, and thou hast lacked nothing. So shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. For we know all things work together for our good. The Lord bless thee, and he keep thee. Let us not be weary in well doing. You heard all these scriptures? Why you can't get it together? A Psalm of David. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Why you can't get it together? Because you ain't blessing him. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not all of his benefits. See that you're still not blessing them. That's why I haven't blessed you, because you're not giving me just a little bit of praise. And when you understand, if you go ahead and get it together, something is about to release in my life. Something is about to happen. I need to release some pressure. I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my heart. I got too much trying to upset me. I got too much going on. I got too much in my spirit. I got too much happening to my family. I got too much happening to my finances. I got too much trying to block my healing. I got too much trying to block my breakthrough. It's too much. I need a release. Bishop, how do I release? I bless the Lord at all times, and his praise. See, I'm only talking about 2 or 3 people that need to release something. Everybody else, you ain't got to release nothing. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and release this, and I'm going to go home. You have to get together. I need a release. I need to release it now. I need to release my mind. I need to release my body. I need to release my spirit. I need to release my faith. I need to release my family. I need to release my home. I need to release my job. I need to release my credit score. I need to release my finances. I need to release this season. I got to stand up now and pick up my head. It's time for you to get up right now. It's time to take a stand right now. I got to release. James Brown said it better. Now y'all know this is James Brown hometown. James Brown said, he said, get up off that thing and dance till you feel better. Get up off that thing and dance to release that pressure. Get up. If I get up off that thing, and then he said, I'm going to shake till I feel better. Whatever that thing is trying to hold on to me, I got to shake it off. James Brown said it. He said, get up off that thing and turn it around. Meaning twist till you feel better. Whatever that's trying to hold me down, I'm going to twist up out of it. You can't stop me. Look at you and say, get up off your thing. Get up off that thing. Get up off what's been trying to hold you down. Get up off what's been trying to hold you back. Get up off that thing that's been trying to hold you and keep you crying. Get up off that thing right now. You ought to get up off of it right now. Now that I'm getting up off of it, I got to release some pressure. What's been trying to keep me down and out. What's been trying to make me struggle. I got to get up off that thing. I can't stay sitting in it no more. I can't stay stuck in it no more. I got to get up off that thing. I got to dance just a little bit. I got to shout just a little bit. I got to get up off this thing. You got to get up off this thing. Whatever your thing is, go ahead and shout to release that pressure. That I'm getting it together and I'm getting ready to close. I'm not going home with that pressure. I'm not going home with that weight. I'm not going home with that depression. I'm not going home with that fear. I'm not going home with that anxiety. I'm not going home with that stress. I'm not going home worrying no more. Well, Bishop, why you're not going home with it? Because I done learned to release all of that was on me. Everything that's not like God, it has to release right now. I have to release this thing. Get up off that thing. Y'all ain't trying to shout up in your business. Get up off that thing. I shout now because it's getting better. I dance now because it's getting better. I'm getting it together because I want my joy. I'm getting my mind together because I want my peace. I'm getting my family together because we need a breakthrough. I'm getting it together. Look at somebody and say, get it together. Point your finger at somebody and say, get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah! Get it together. Get it together. That's all I gotta say. Get it together right now with the word. Get it together. My mind. Get it together. My belief system. Get it together. My faith. I'm getting it together. I can shout now because I got it together. I got it together. You ain't shouting because you ain't got it together. I told you how to get it together, but you don't want to get it together. It was all right there, but we don't get it together. I can give you one person to touch and agree that we want to get it together. I'm not worried about my emotions. I'm not worried about my family. I got to get it together. I got to get it together. This one is for me. Get it together. And now that I got it together, it's already
that the way you thinking, that's why you ain't got nothing. Because of the way you thinking right now. I'm already, it's looking better. It's already looking better. It's already. It's already looking better. Well, what's looking better, Bishop? My home is looking better. My family is looking better. My sister, Marissa Wiggins, is already getting better. Y'all don't hear me up in this Holy Ghost field. Fire baptized, tongue talking church. It's already getting better. Facebook Live, you want to shake the TV, shake your phone, shake your computer, and shout it's already getting better. Greater deliverance is already getting better right now. You want to turn somebody and say it's already getting better. It's already getting better. I know it's time for me to go, but it's already getting better. It's already. Don't tell somebody that don't believe, but tell somebody that want to shout that it's already getting better. It's already getting better. It's better. Before this year is out, I'ma see my change. Before this year is out, I'ma see my faith increase. Before this year is out, we gonna get it together. We gonna get on the right track. Before this year is out, we gonna be dancing and shouting, ready for what God has in store. Y'all don't hear me up in here. It's already getting better. It's already getting better. Go ahead and help me preach. It's already getting better. Come on, pastors. Come on, ministers. Look at somebody and say it's already getting better. Come on, you got to feel that thing. You ain't making me believe. Look at somebody. Point your finger and say it's already getting better. It's already getting better. It's all. It's getting better. It's getting better. I'm going to stand up. I'm not going to stay stuck in it no more. I got to get up off that thing. Whatever that I was in, I'm making a bold confession. I'm standing up right now. God, you can say it how you want to. But anyhow, you bless me, Lord. I'm going to be satisfied. You done told me to get up off that thing. So I can't allow it to bring me back down. What's been trying to bring you down, don't let it bring you down no more. What's been trying to hold you down, don't let it hold you down no more. What's been trying to aggravate your health, go ahead and get it together. Let's change some things. If the doctor said it's your diet, go ahead and change your diet. If your doctor said you need to exercise, go ahead and just walk a little bit. So you can get your exercise on Sunday. If you throw your hand with the bishop, if you do your squats, trying to get slim fit, and stand up and sit down. Stand up and sit down. Stand up and sit down. You'll get your exercise in. If you pick them up and put them down, you can get your exercise in. Y'all ain't trying to hit me up in here. You have to holler so loud that it gives you a new strength in your lungs. You have to holler so loud. I got my cardio up. You have to holler so loud and let the enemy know that I've been working these little reels out. I got a release. I'm getting it together. We going home. I just need one person, maybe two, and if the third or the fourth person want to get with it, I just need you to point your finger at somebody and say, get it together. Get it together. only three that can tap themselves in the chest and say, I'm getting it together. If Jesus was to come down right now and he said, guess what? Greater deliverance. When are you going to get it together? Who can shout right now? Right now! I want to be blessed, so I'm getting it together right now. I want to be healed, so I'm getting it together right now. We want it right now. Right now. I got a hand right now. I don't feel it. I can't see it, but I know it's on the way. It's on the way. My deliverance is on the way. My breakthrough is on the way. Y'all don't hear me. It's on the way. Long as I don't get stuck in what I'm in. It's on the way. It's on the way. Let's go home, y'all. It's on the way. It's on the way. William Smith is still on the way. It's still gonna happen. William Smith. I can't talk to them because they ain't praising. But William's family, Prophetess Latricia, Apostle Linda, Marissa Williams, Demetrius Williams, and Bishop Abaya. I have to remind myself, it's still on the way. It's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. It's still. Y'all trying to operate as devils. Now, since they got it, greater deliverance, I'm trying to tell you, it's still going to happen. I'm trying to get it to you. It's still going to happen. I'm trying to let you know it's still on the way. Sister Pat, deliverance, healing, it's on the way. Governance, peace, joy, it's on the way. Got the faith, you'll turn around in less than 24 hours. Y'all don't get me. Hey, it's on the way. It's on the way. It's on the way. We gotta go. Y'all trying to have church later, but it's on. You better say, excuse me, I need to walk this thing out. I need to run this thing. I need to go ahead. Today, I'm not doing the same thing. I done got it together. 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 Grab me a chip. I done got it together. I done got it together. When we go home, this chair, it feels all right. It's because I'm used to sitting down. But when God say get up, and immediately I will be healed. Well, he see my condition. Okay, then, well, if I can't get up, I'm going to move side to side. I'm going to wave my hand. I'm going to open up my mouth and say, there you go, Bishop. Stay right there. Because I need for God to do something. I need my breakthrough. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of going through like like this. I need it right now. So when he asks me the question, are you ready to get it together? I'm ready. I'm ready. Senior pastors, are you ready to go to the next level? Are you ready to change your mind? Are you ready to have what God wants you to have? Are you ready? And now, great deliverance. Now that the senior pastor got it, can you shout right along with me? Because it's all about you and not about I. It's all. It's time for y'all, nobody else but just you two to enjoy yourself. The enemy been attacking from all different angles. He's been trying to discourage you, been trying to make you mad. But God said, because you're standing strong in my faith, you're standing strong in my word, you about to enjoy yourself. So you about to enjoy. Go home, y'all. We gotta go. It's already looking better for some of y'all right now. It's already looking better. It's already looking. What time is it so we can go?
11:39.
Thank you for watching us by Facebook Live. And look, if you want to sow a seed to sow into the kingdom, we got Cash App. $ABIA, A as in boy, IA, Williams. You can sow into the kingdom. If you don't